She has been our strength. You know how admin assistants are. They know everything about everybody and everything, and they're the ones that keep, when she's gone, things fall apart. Deanna Knox started out as an admin assistant, worked her way up through our program. She's in a difficult position, one of the most difficult positions is running our parent central services. And we don't have as many slots as we can to take care of all the children that need care. And she's the first face that explains to parents what's going on and how we deal with all of those things. She's solid, just amazing. Tanya Chu, our nurse, second to none. I know she has volunteered. Sally Haskell, you better not select her. Where are you, Sally? Sally is from Fort Belvedere. Still here? She was here earlier. Maybe she left. Sally Haskell is the coordinator at Child Youth and School Services in Belvoir, and she was my person, my pen pal. She's the person that I emailed back and forth. She emailed me. We would run ideas and how we're running this and how we're running that. We were basically a very similar sized garrison, and I'm sorry that she left before I got to say something about her publicly, but she's an amazing lady. Tanya Chu has standardized our paperwork, our lists, our medical lists, our allergies. She goes around and checks all 6 of our facilities to make sure that everybody's doing what they should be doing. That's for well over 1,000 records that we're keeping on children. She just makes sure that we're doing the right thing that we should be. We have Nancy Montanada, who runs CDC 3, just went through 2 and just finished her accreditation a few months ago. Not an easy task, very difficult, and she led her team to do and succeed. Dr. Boyd, where are you? Dr. Gwen Boyd came here for an assistance visit for CDC 3 because we are on the trying to get accredited for that program, so they're working towards the reaccreditation. And she came as an assistant visit. She was supposed to work with us last week, however, very ill, bad weather, had pneumonia in a hotel. So she got some medication and came through this week, and out referral today. And we had good news. The news that I heard the best was how much she met with the staff last night, and how much she had the staff really listen to you, give your pin drop as far as what improvements they need and how well they're doing. And that's a difficult thing because you have people that are working hard to meet all the objectives, to meet all the standards, and it's hard to be told you're not doing something right. We need to improve here. And she did it in such a way that they left with their morale high and willing and ready to do so. So we did it, and thank you, Dr. Boyd. I will miss you and your expertise in our phone calls. Thank you so much. Virginia Brown. Virginia Brown was one of our school-age services. We had 2 school-age service coordinators, Audrey and Valerie. But Virginia Brown was one of those folks that I would take, even though I hired her, I feel like she was my mentor. And she went on to MCOM, higher headquarters training for school-age services. Virginia Brown was the kind of person that every single one of us need to learn from. When families came in and when they left our facilities to bring their children, she was right here. Kara, good morning. Scott, good morning. And to the children. And every single name, she knew every single child, every single parent's name. And that's where she was. She wasn't behind her desk. She was there in the morning. She was there in the afternoons when they would come. And she would treat her staff the same way. And she brought us to accreditation and taught us how to do accreditation right for school-age services. So thank you so much. And Audrey, this because we were, yeah, that was a little odd too. No, they're the great, great people. But what was odd, and this is something that's unique in the military, is to have an employee, Audrey, who was one of the most dedicated employees I've ever seen, and probably one of the most organized people I've ever seen. I don't know how she does what she does, but there's not one piece of paper out of sync. Every file is perfect. But when I got an email that said, we're coming to Fort Meade, I said, yay! As your commander, I said, whoa. I don't know how to call you anymore. Are you Mrs. Rothstein? And now you're Colonel Rothstein. I guess that's what we do for the next couple of years. So that was a joy to work for you. It was a joy having you as an employee and you as the fun boyfriend. And then as our commander, that was oh my God. So thank you. Now, Doris, I just love your laugh, your humor, your honesty. Wow, is she honest? She's going to tell you what's right, what's wrong, what's going on with Army Police Service. I don't know. Army Police Service is one of the most amazing programs. And in this time that the Colonel was talking about, the most difficult time that I think I've gone through as far as child, youth, and school services, Army Community Services was one of our rocks and kept us moving and kept us going forward and really helped out in a very, very difficult situation. So really appreciate that. Those people right there. Not easy. Malika Mason orders all of the food for all of her children for all 6 facilities. And we're talking for 3 facilities, breakfast, lunch, and snack. And she has to meet USDA requirements, an immense amount of paperwork, immense amount of requirements. She does all the menus. And she's a one-woman show. Not easy. So we appreciate everything that you do for us. Andre, the resident artist. Yes, we invited Andre a few Thanksgivings to our house and a couple Christmases because he was no family. And so that I learned from my parents. My parents always welcomed anybody and opened their arms to everybody. And so I am appreciative that I learned that and that we were able to make you feel comfortable at difficult times. And Andre, you have been an amazing man for our program. And he also works for Job Board, where he teaches our classes. So he runs with that handle it with him. Sheila Vandenberg, functional technology specialist, started here as our homework, started as our computer lab person, started a program that was non-existent and made it what it is today. We have 3 labs in our facilities, and in our other facilities we have computers for all of the children in every single one of our rooms, and they keep those running. Where's Russ? Russ does the child care centers, and Sheila does the youth program. Sheila just set up 31, helped with the 31 cameras that from Foley got for us, additional cameras that we needed for security. But it took Sheila and the men that were here, the contractors were here, nighttime, they're working around children. So they're working at night, working over the holiday, during the holiday, Saturdays and Sundays. And that's kind of what someone has done throughout a whole career for us. And I'm indebted for you and for keeping us straight for our DARs and our book work and our budget. To keep us going. I'm skipping you. Olivia and Bruce are just a part of volunteers that we have. We cannot exist. Child and school services cannot exist without volunteers. And I can't imagine what our bill would be if we were paying labor dollars for those folks, but they put in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. And these folks have worked, started with us because they had children in the program, continued. What I love about these two is they have taught other coaches, not only how they've influenced the children, but they taught other coaches how to do it right, how to win with honor, how to lose with honor, good sportsmanship, and that winning isn't everything. Now they're solely, totally involved in track and field, and I can't name how many children you've brought to the Junior Olympics, and we have done well, and that's because of those two. So thank you so, so much for all the contributions that you've made to the youth of our community. This is really dangerous when you're going around the rooms. I don't want to miss people. We have Jim and Gia, just fantastic, fantastic couple that work in our program. One in the sports, one with the youth program. You're still with the youth program, right? Gia moves about. But we have Jesse, sports, amazing. Enough, man.